thank you so much for joining me today. Would you just like to do a really quick introduction and let everyone know who you are and what you do?
Sure. So, hello, I am Ella and I'm the founder of Epiphany Coffee, which is my copywriting business that I've had for just over a year and a half now, which absolutely blows my mind. And I help purpose-driven business owners to find their authentic voice by strategically crafting copy that helps them build their audience, grow those connections, and share their story effectively. Basically, I write copy to help you elevate your business. So that's me. I'm obsessed with tea, reading, and Taylor Swift, and I think that's all you need to know.
Yes, I think we actually bonded over Taylor Swift like quite some time ago.
I've bonded with a lot of people over Taylor Swift. The second anyone mentions her, I'm like, you're my sort of person.
Yeah, I just love her. I just love her music. I was listening to her yesterday actually when I was getting ready. So yeah, Taylor Swift. What are they called? Swifties. Are we Swifties?
Yeah. I think so. I think we can class ourselves as that.
Oh, fantastic. That was a brilliant introduction. So thank you so very much. So today we are going to talk about your journey inside Launch to Freedom. So you joined our 6-month business coaching program back in October. Now, if you can cast your mind back to then, time has gone so fast, hasn't it?
Yeah, crazy that it was October.
Madness. What was going on for you at the time? Like, what did your business look like then?
So my business was going really well, if I'm being completely honest. I had a really nice sort of like foundation. I had a steady stream of retainer clients. I was doing some one-off projects, but I felt like I was very caught up in the day-to-day of my business, and I'd kind of just got swept up in that, which I think a lot of people do. And I knew that there was something else I needed from my business. There was sort of that next level I really wanted to get to, and that's when I came across you guys and thought, okay, this could be something here. And I think just that, I think I just wanted a little bit more. I wanted to grow my business a little bit. I wanted to find that freedom and sort of get more financial freedom and time freedom, because I was very much working all the hours, and sort of I love it, I still do, but I just wanted that shift. I knew there was something else. I was kind of ready to go to that next level. I'd established my business, got it sorted, you know, I built up a really lovely community online, got some really lovely clients, but there was that something else, like that next step I wanted to go to, and I don't think I quite knew what it was, because I was so caught up in that day to day, and yeah, that's when I discovered you guys.
Yay! You know what? I find a lot of people who are service providers get stuck in that cycle because, you know, you start off and your packages are probably quite low price. Yeah. So people are like, oh, yes. And then you're so amazing at what you do, it's quite easy for you to sign clients. And then before you know it, you're fully booked and you don't want to turn people away, because what if you lose a client? And it's just very easy to get into this mindset of, I'll just say yes to everybody. Yeah. But then there's a moment that comes along and you're like, hang on a minute, this is not why I started the business, to be sat here feeling like it's 24/7 and just working all the time. So you actually joined our free event, didn't you, that we did last year? What made you sign up for that, the free event?
Just honestly, it was the language around it, and I think, you know, I said I was like looking for that thing for the next step, and I think when I've been following you guys for a while, and when I saw you start talking about the free event and, you know, finding that freedom and kind of going to the next level, I was like, okay, this could be it. So I thought, I'll sign up. Like, what have I got to lose here? I might as well come along, see what it's like, be able to interact with you two a little bit more, because I'd sort of obviously, I think we'd had like a couple of little chats, but I hadn't ever really interacted in that way, and I'd heard loads of lovely things about you both and Social Cactus in general, so I thought, well, why not just give it a go, and see what it was like. And obviously it was such a great event, it was so lovely, really helpful, and that's when I realized that I can get more from my business. I do want more from my business, and like you said, it's sort of, I think this was the push that I needed to actually step out of the comfort zone, like really start to kind of evolve the business, like you say, switch up pricing, find that confidence, and really kind of take those steps. But I think, yeah, the reason I joined was just because that messaging around it really resonated, and I tend to follow my gut on these things. It served me pretty far. So when I was like, okay, this could be something, I was like, why not go? really easy to sign up and join. And I was like, and if I don't like it, I don't have to stick around. But obviously I did like it. I liked it a lot, stuck around and even obviously signed up. But yeah, that's probably what drew me to it in the first place.
Yeah. I love that because it's a really great opportunity for you as well. Like if you are thinking about, right, what's that next level look like for me? Being able to attend something that's completely free, you can come along and you can get loads and loads of value, because I think you'll know by now that we don't hold back on the things that we put into those free events, and just really help you to start seeing that progress and building that momentum and thinking, okay, like I can actually see the path ahead now, and I can see what that looks like, and believe I can make this happen for me too. So the fact I brought that up is because we have got a free event that's happening in a couple of weeks. So in 2 weeks' time, we're going to be hosting our next free event, which is an online retreat. So if you're watching this right now and you're like, oh, I feel like there's something more for me, come along, come and check it out, because I promise you, you're gonna love it. Okay, so from the back from the back of the event, you decided then to sign up for Launch to Freedom. So I guess my next question is, what was it specifically that made you think, you know what, I'm ready for more, I want to do this, like I want to work with you for 6 months? What was that for you?
So I think there were kind of two things that I saw / experienced in that free event, and like looking into the offer after, that made me think, okay, this is what I need. And the first one was, I think, just your guys' energy, and I think you could tell that you had such care and belief about what everyone who was signing up to the event and things could achieve. And it just made me realise that, you know what, I can do this too. This is definitely something I can do. And I just liked that energy and that kind of self-belief the kind of first free event gave me. So I was like, okay, to get more of this. And then I realised who you'd worked with before, and how many people, there's loads of people obviously on the online space, especially on Instagram, who I really look up to as business owners. And I think pretty much all of them had worked with you. And I was like, okay, I feel like social cactus coaching is like the secret sauce here. So I was like, okay, if all of these people who I really admire and have admired in this space for a while have sort of worked with you in one way, shape or another, and I was already feeling like, okay, they've given me a bit more motivation, like they've built my momentum up, I wanted to see where that could go. So those were those kind of two key things that made me think, okay, let's just go for this. Like, let's sign up, let's work with them and then just see where it goes. So yeah.
Fantastic. So we've not actually got to the end of the 6 months yet. We're still in the middle of it. It's still all going off. Yeah. What would you say has changed for you in those months that we have been working together so far?
I think probably the biggest thing is my confidence, especially when it comes to pitching myself as sort of an authority. You guys are always there to kind of remind me that I do know what I'm doing. Like, I do have a successful business, that I can do this, and that's really helped. And I think it's really helped me be brave about my pricing, and not only the offer that we've kind of built together throughout this 4 months that we've had, but it's encouraged me to improve or like raise my prices, develop my business, really sort of think more strategically about how I do things as well. And I think, yeah, just overall that sort of general confidence of I can do this, and this sort of belief has really grown, and kind of, yeah, given me that momentum back in my business, which is really, really lovely. So I think that's probably what we've got from it so far. It is that probably the mindset of, we've got this, like I don't need to be afraid to like raise prices or put myself out there, and sort of really just go for it. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's, and it's amazing
because your confidence has massively increased, and I think you've firmly put yourself on the map now as a go-to copywriter within this space. And I remember when you were preparing to launch this new offer, and there was a period of time where you're like, I'm just signing too many clients, like I might have to push my launch back because there's just so many people signing up. And I think, you know, we've worked on quite a lot of your packages and restructuring them. So how did that feel when you started to attract like all these clients that were coming in, and then you had to announce that you were actually fully booked?
Yeah. It was crazy. It kind of got to January, and suddenly, I think because I'd been really, obviously, because I knew a launch was coming up, I've been really focusing on my messaging, and as a copywriter, that's something that's always on my mind, but I don't ever really prioritize as much for myself as I do my clients, because obviously they're my clients, they're always going to come first. So it was nice to have this opportunity where I was in that space to put myself first. And I think then when I was doing that, that obviously attracted a lot more clients, and being able to say like, yeah guys, I'm fully booked, was absolutely crazy. And the reason I had to do that is because if I did want to launch this amazing offer that I've been working on, I had to clear some time in my schedule to be able to fit everything in. So that was a real like, oh, yay. It was just a really like nice moment. I was like, oh my god, I've actually have to close my books for a little bit, and now they're back open again. It's all good, things are coming back full circle, but I had to close it so I actually had the time to announce everything that I'd been working on, because I think that's one thing you have to be prepared for. You're going to be managing your clients, and you also have to do everything that you've said you're going to do to make this work. So you have to really prioritize yourself, and I think that's helped my mindset shift a bit. Like, if I do want this business that I'm going after and I want to be really successful and grow and help more people, I have to take some time for myself to give myself the space and opportunity to do that. And I think that's what this program, I want to not force, that sounds really, but forced me to do, because you know, I was making time for myself. I was separating hours off to attend like our meetings, and obviously then work in the background as well. And yeah, so that's probably felt amazing. Short answer, it felt really good.
I think
it's definitely a program.
What you said there is like a really valid point, because when you do invest in a program and there is a financial investment there, you obviously want to see a return on that investment, and you want to make sure that you are going all in with this and you're doing everything possible within that time to be able to get you to where you want to be. And like you just said, you know, when you do have skin in the game, it makes you want to show up, it makes you want to hold yourself accountable and hold yourself to a higher standard as well. Like, you know, this is what I said I wanted, so I'm going to do everything I can to ensure that that's where I get to. So I think that's a very valid point that you made there.
Definitely, and it's definitely the case.
Good, amazing. So obviously there's so much inside Launch to Freedom. I think, you know, it's like so much. What would you say has been the best part for you?
Oh, it's a big question, because you're right, there is so many different elements to it, and I think, okay, I'm gonna cheat. There's two, I think, that are the best parts of it, which I know doesn't count, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So the first thing is the community that is within Launch to Freedom is amazing. All of the people who signed up and who are on this journey with you, I love them all. They're so supportive. Like, I think I've generally like found new friendships in there, and I talk to them regularly, even outside of the group. And it's just really nice to have that really supportive, like encouraging group of people around you. And like I said, I've met some really lovely people, and it's just, that's always really, really nice. I think especially if you are an online business owner and you're by yourself. Like, I don't have a team behind me currently, it's just me. So it's really nice to have that sort of space to exist in, and be with other people going through the same sort of things. So yeah, the community is definitely number one. And then the other thing is just, I think, the holistic approach to all, and the coaching sessions that we have and how many there are. Like, having those sort of 3 sessions a week is really great, because whenever you sort of have a mindset wobble or a question or anything pops up, you can pretty much jump on a call the same day and get that answered and dealt with. And that is really lovely. And just that, I say holistic support, because I feel like that's what it is. Obviously you have yourself and Chris and Serena as your main coaches, the head coaches, and help you with like the strategy and the mindset. But then you have Darren for tech, Stephanie for copy, and Aisha for marketing. Like, whatever you need is there, and that's really nice. So you can tell you guys thought about this a lot when you were planning it out. So yeah, I think the community, and then just the frequency and the way the like calls are set up is really, really great. So yeah, I cheated, but those are my 2 favorite things about it.
I love that, and it is kind of 2 of the same, because obviously the community on the calls as well, and you get to really learn from other people and the questions that they're asking and the support that they need, because there'll come a time where you probably need support with those things as well, and you're like, I remember that this person had this really amazing advice or feedback and it can help you in the future. But equally, I know that you've been helping so many people on calls as well. You know, if they've been having trouble with their messaging, or they're a little bit stuck with something to do with copy, I know that you've been like so supportive and helping people with suggestions and ideas. And I think that community feel, as in the Facebook group, outside of the program, but also on the calls as well, is magic. And you know, I always say that we do bring together the best people, and it's always confirmed. Like, that's what people always say. Like, I love the community you've brought together, incredible business owners. So that makes me happy.
Good. It is amazing. And I think it's really all in different industries as well. I don't think there's obviously like a couple of people in the coaching realm, but they're doing completely different things. And I just think it's crazy because you bring together people from such different industries and different backgrounds, and we all just get on. And like you say, it's really lovely to be able to both support and get support as well. Like, it really is a really lovely little community. So yeah, it is magic.
Amazing. So I've got a few more questions for you. Where do you think you would be in business if you hadn't joined Launch to Freedom? Like, do you think you'd still be in the same place? What do you think would be happening?
I think I'd still be probably a bit more stuck in that day to day. I definitely don't think I would have had the offer that I built from it. That's one thing that you and Chris particularly have been really amazing at helping me kind of flesh out and build up. And I think because as a copywriter, I obviously am involved in a lot of different businesses, and I help with strategy a lot of the time, and I've helped write launch copy for people. But doing that for yourself is a different ball game, because especially when, like I said, I don't have a team around me at the moment, it is just me. You kind of need that space to be able to brainstorm. And like I said earlier, this has given me the opportunity to have to put myself at the forefront. Like, I knew if I was going to do this, I was going to have to make the most out of it, because it is a big financial investment. I wanted to make sure it actually pays off, you know, and I knew to do that I was going to have to give myself that space. And I think if I hadn't invested and hadn't joined, I probably wouldn't have given myself as much space, because like I said, I'd just be going forward with my business, doing what I was doing because it was working, but sort of, yeah, I don't think I would have gotten to this point because I wouldn't have given myself the time. I wouldn't have been prioritizing myself as much. So I think really this whole program has just given me that space to do that, and then obviously develop new offers through it and things like that. And like I said earlier, my confidence has definitely grown too, so I think that's helped as well, because from that confidence I've been able to revamp my messaging and revamp my pricing and really kind of strategically, like I said, think about my business a little bit more. So I think that's probably, I think I would have got to this point eventually, probably not as fast, and I definitely wouldn't have given myself the same amount of space to grow my business. So yeah.
Yeah. And you've officially launched as well. You've launched your new offer. You've actually done a launch. You're in the middle of a launch right now.
Yeah.
How was that experience for you? Like, now you're in the middle of your first launch. How's that journey been?
A roller coaster. I think it's been really exciting. The predominant emotion I've been experiencing is excitement, because before I'd kind of put my offers out there. I hadn't officially launched, especially not in this way before, so it was really nice to have that support, and the journey has been, it's been one of up and down, because I think it is always going to, but what's been really nice is I'm never really down for long if I do have a mindset slip or a worry or anything like that, because I can come to you guys and you're like, no, it's fine, like, we're okay. Here's how we can, you know, and it's not just reassurance, it's then practical advice to help you move forward and then change it. But the whole launch process has been really fun. It's definitely opened my eyes to sort of how I can do that and what it looks like for my business specifically, because I think it's really easy, like I said, when I'm helping clients do it, I can see their business from a bird's eye view, but when it is yours, you're like tunnel vision down one point. So yeah, the journey as a whole has been very exciting, crazy, because I can't believe I've done everything that I've done so far, and just really nice, because I mean, this offer that we've been working on, I've been doing for like say 4 months now. So to have been working on something for that long and then to finally be able to share it has been crazy. I'm like, oh, it's really nice to be able to talk about it, and I'm glad I had you guys there, because I could talk about it with you. If not, I think I would have been bursting at the seams to share it with everyone. So yeah, overall very exciting, and a bit of a roller coaster, but a good roller coaster. I like roller coasters, so you know, that's
yeah. I mean, business is a roller coaster, isn't it? And I think when you do have that support system there, and you've got people to lean on, and you've got people to ask for support when you need it, it just really helps to pick you back up, so that the dips aren't as dramatic. It's a little bit more of a baby roller coaster.
Little thing rather than like up and down, up and down. Yeah,
exactly.
Definitely.
Yeah, so if anyone is watching this right now and they're thinking, or they've had their eye on Launch to Freedom, or they've been thinking about joining, what would you say to someone who is considering joining, but maybe a little bit not sure? They're on the fence.
First, if you are on the fence, join the free retreat that you've got going on, because I think that'll answer everything you need to know about it. Second of all, just generally speaking, social cactus coaching as a whole and this program that they've created is really lovely, really supportive. And I know that if you are on the fence, just go and talk to Amy. Go and talk to Amy, reach out to Chris, reach out to anyone. Like, and I think we'll all tell you the same thing. You guys really care about us and our results, and that is so lovely. And you can really see that in everything you do, from how you've built the program to how you are in it, and sort of how you help everyone. Like, there's a lot of care there. So if you are looking for someone who is going to really support you on your journey, give you that motivation and really build you up, then I'd definitely get off the fence and get on the side of of joining. But if you are in doubt at all, or you're curious like I was, then just join the retreat. That will give you all the answers you need to know. I'm sure like you'll be able to get a real sense of what it's like to work with social cactus, because it's not like I joined the retreat and then joined the program and you're completely different. That didn't happen. So yeah, I think my biggest piece of advice would be join the retreat. And yeah, reach out. You're lovely. You know, like I know you're happy to always like answer any questions. So if you are thinking about it, join this retreat and go from there. But it is, yeah, been a really lovely experience. So.
Amazing. Would you be open, if anyone's got questions and they want to come to you and ask you any questions about this, would you be open for people to drop you a DM and have a little chat with you? Because I know that sometimes people like to chat with people who are already in the program.
Yeah.
So that, yeah, would that be okay?
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah, drop me a DM. I love a chat. So drop me a DM, voice message, normal message, anything. I'm more than happy, because I know something like this is a big investment and it can be really daunting. So yeah, if you want to have a chat, I'll be completely honest about all of my experiences. Not that there's anything really bad to say at all. But yeah, if you just want that like reassurance and you want to speak to someone who's going through it, then yeah, feel free. Like I said, always open to have a chat. So yeah, give me a message.
Wonderful. So would you like to talk about what you have got going on right now? Because we've talked about your launch, we've talked about your new offer. What have you got going on right now that people might be interested in?
Okay, so the very excited, I feel like this is the crescendo of everything we've been talking about. Yeah. So I have been working with Social Cactus on the last 4 months on the Essence Epiphany package, which is my brand new done with you service for service-based business owners. So it's a bit of a different way of working with a copywriter. It's that in between of do it yourself and done for you. So if you are at the stage where you're not quite ready to invest in someone to write all your copy for you, whether that's not what you want, need, or even can afford at the moment, this is that kind of solution that gives a lot more support than do it yourself, because I think sometimes that isn't always the best option for people. So this package is really just to support you in finding your signature tone of voice, so you can kind of directly speak to your target audience in a way that really resonates and connects and ultimately helps you stand out from the crowd, so you can kind of stop looking for copy inspo everywhere else and really just focus on you and your voice. And then we have a copy strategy session, and that comes complete with a 3-month copy strategy, which is very exciting. It basically tells you everything you're going to need to write for the next 3 months when it comes to your content. So every blog, email, caption, and we do it in a way that helps people move through your buyer journey in a very authentic way to you. And then yeah, there's a few extras in there as well. So you get like a copy review session where I can review the copy that you've written to make sure that it really is top notch and you are writing in a way that really creates that impact. And then yeah, there's 2 weeks of author support. There's a bonus if included for free. You get 3 copywriting training videos. But I want to say this now, it's only until Friday, so the doors do close on Friday, so I'm in the final push, which is very exciting. But yeah, it's a really great offer, I think. If you are interested in
fantastic.
Yeah, the link's in my bio. Like I said, I love a chat. If you're curious, drop me a message. But yeah, it's very exciting. Like I said, it's something I've been working on for ages. I feel like it's my little copy baby. It's different from what I've been offering before, so it's very exciting. But yeah, so that's what I've got going on. I'm in the middle
what
of
I love about your offer, Ella, is that it's a partnership. It's a partnership between you and the business owner. And I know it's for people who potentially, they sit down at their laptop and they think about writing content or web copy or sales page copy, freebie copy, whatever it might be, emails, and they're like, oh, I just don't know what to write, like nothing sounds good. And, you know, people who are really struggling with the words to use. And I know that your mastery piece is really helping people to find what sounds like them and not just copying somebody else. And, you know, this is technically a 3-month copywriting package where you're working within that partnership with people and helping them to feel confident. So after the 3 months is over, they still know how to write copy. They know how to write their own content. So, you know, if you're not wanting to invest in a copywriter every month to write your captions or whatever it might be, you're going to have those skills moving forward. And we spoke about this before in a live together, like how important copy is and content is, because if your copy is not captivating, if your copy is not converting, then you're not going to find business very easy. So this is such a fantastic opportunity. If anyone right now is thinking, that's me, I never know what to talk about, I'm always like, this sounds rubbish, like it doesn't sound good, speak to Ella. Go and have a chat with her about her offers. This one in particular is just going to be a game changer for you. So I'm really excited.
Like it is that setup package. It's not something that I support you with for a few months and then you're off on your own. You can reuse the copy strategy. I'll teach you how to do that as well. And like I said, you'll get a tone of voice guide, so you can continue that through, which is so handy because that is what's going to really guide your words and give you that structure. So you're not having to kind of pluck them out of thin air all the time. So yeah, it really is. I think so. A very good supportive copy package that does help you not only for the 3 months we work together, but like Amy said, it sets you up for the future. So yeah, if you do want more information, links in my bio, drop me a message. I said more than happy to.
Fantastic. Well, what I will do is I will share this live to the feed. I will tag you in there as well. So if anyone is watching this and they're like, I need help with my copy, I'm not finding I'm getting any engagement, I'm not getting any leads coming through, I'm not getting any inquiries, I'm not getting any conversations, there's probably going to be a massive problem with your copy and your content. So chances are you need a little bit of support with that.
I'm here to help. Words are my thing.
That's it. Well, thank you so much for coming and sharing your experience about Launch to Freedom. It has been such a pleasure working with you, and it's not over yet. We've got more time together, which is so exciting. But just to see, like, you know, the growth and the confidence in you has just been absolutely amazing to see. And you are going to do big, 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 big things in this industry. So I'm just so excited for you.
Thank you. And thank you so much for having me on. I love chatting with you. But yeah, thank you so much. And thank you for your support. So yeah, if you are thinking about it, this is definitely something I would recommend investing in. But check out the retreat because I'm sure that is going to give a whole load of value in itself. I know I got a lot from the last one you did. So yeah, thank you so much for having me and being on me. It's lovely.
Oh, I'll just quickly share as well. So anyone that is wondering what the retreat is, it's the Freedom Method free business and mindset retreat. The link is in my bio. You can also chat to Ella about this as well. She has got a link that she can share with you too if you want to sign up. It starts on the 27th of March and it's for 3 days. It's going to be at 1 o'clock UK time for 60 minutes each day. And we've got a little bonus that we've been working on as well that you're going to get at towards the end of next week before we get started. A little pre-retreat ritual we've got coming out.
You're both great as well, so definitely get on that. You don't round of bonuses.
Well, have a wonderful day. Thank you again for joining me, and I'll speak to you on Thursday. I think we've got a call together, so I'll see you then.